Good morning, dear students. Hope my voice is audible. So, in last class, we have learned defuzzification methods. 7 different types of defuzzification methods we have learned. So, in today's class, we shall discuss about Sugino fuzzy inference system. In our earlier classes, we have learned the Mamdani fuzzy inference system. In continuation with that, we'll discuss today about Sugino fuzzy inference system. Attendance is very poor. Only 47 members joined. Please inform your friends. Sugino fuzzy inference system. So, in this Sugino fuzzy inference system, similar to your Mamdani system, you will have 2 antecedents and 1 consequent. But the consequent is written as a function of the 2 antecedents. Here you can observe the difference. Earlier in the Mamdani system, we have considered the case of 2 antecedents. Here x1 is a1, x2 is a2 are the 2 antecedents. Then y is b. That is your consequent. Okay. But here in the Sugino system, it is mentioned like that. The consequence is written as a function of the 2 fuzzy inputs. Okay, here the pattern of writing your rule. The consequent is a function of the fuzzy inputs. Also, the overall aggregated output is obtained by using weighted average defuzzification method. Already we have learned this weighted average defuzzification method in our previous class. Okay, clear? Here, the only variation in Sugino system is writing your consequent as a function of both the inputs. Okay, that is only the variation between Mamdani system and Sugino system. So if you are considering the rules, 2 rules mentioned, for example, here 2 rules are mentioned. If x1 is a11 and x2 is a21, then y1 is equal to p1x1 plus q1x2 plus r1. Similarly, the other rule. See here, your output is written as a function of both the inputs. P1x1 plus q1x2, y2 is equal to p2x1 plus q2x2 plus r2. So next, let us see an example. You can clearly understand this Sugino method. So using the rule 1, okay, using the rule 1, corresponding membership value for x1 is marked on this graph. See, the rules are given as well as the graphs are also given to you. So you need to mark this membership function corresponding to x1. Similarly, corresponding to x2. What is your membership function? So here in the rule 1, they have used AND operator. So whenever we are using AND operator, we preferably go for minimum of the two membership functions. So WY1 is indicating your membership function corresponding to output. Okay, rule 1. Next, rule 2. In rule 2, again, the same AND operator is used. Okay, AND operator is used. Corresponding to x1, you are marking the membership function extending x1 from this will be your membership function. Corresponding to x2, again you will mark your membership function. So minimum among wx1 and wx2 is your output membership function WY2. So in order to find crisp value, crisp output, you need to go for weighted average defuzzification method. Okay, weighted average defuzzification method. So here Y star is your finally defuzzified output, crisp output. So Y1, WY1 into Y1 plus WY2 into Y2 divided by WY1 plus WY2. That is weighted average formula for defuzzifying your input. Next, if you are having two inputs, single output Sugino model with 4 rules. Okay, please note down this problem. Then you will be having clear idea when you are writing down in a book only. Okay, please follow me. Please note down these rules in a book and mark these graphs also on a paper with pen. Then only it will be easy for you to mark your membership function values. Okay, here you are given with 2 inputs and 1 output with 4 rules. 4 rules are mentioned. So here, if x1 is first rule, if x1 is small and x2 is small, then y1 is equal to minus x1 plus x2 plus 1. Similarly, rule 2. If x1 is small and x2 is large, then y2 is equal to minus x2 plus 3. Rule 3. If x1 is large and x2 is small, then y3 is equal to minus x1 plus 3. Rule 4. If x1 is large and x2 is large, then y4 is equal to minus x1 plus x2 plus 2. So you are asked to find the output when x1 is equal to 1.5 and x2 is equal to 2.5. Okay, x1 is 1.5 and x2 is equal to 2.5. So for the graphs for small and large fuzzy sets are given like this. Okay, so here you are marking. Hope you have noted down. So this is the problem given to you. Consider two inputs, single output Sugino model with 4 rules. 4 rules are mentioned and you are asked to find the output value. Output value when x1 is 1.5 and x2 is 2.5. So for x1 is equal to 1.5. First, you are marking this point. That is when x1 is equal to 1.5. When x1 is equal to 1.5. When x1 is equal to 1.5, you are marking corresponding membership function value. Okay, you are marking corresponding membership function value. So corresponding to x1 1.5, you have 0.3. Okay. Next, when x2 is equal to 2, you are mentioned x2 is equal to 2.5. So corresponding membership function value will be, and you also need to consider that your first rule is, one second. First rule is if x1 is small and x2 is small, so both are small. Okay, so you need to consider x1 1.5. Okay, 1.5 you are considering at this location, and it is on to small graph only, and x2 is also small. This is also on to small graph only. Okay. So corresponding membership function value is 0.4. So as the AND operator is used, minimum of these two is considered in the first rule. Similarly, second rule. Your second rule is x1 is small and x2 is large. Okay, first you are indicating membership functions corresponding to x1 large and x2 small, x1 large and x2 large for all the combinations or for all the 4 rules. So after marking these membership functions, you are evaluating the consequent output. Okay. So here, third rule, if x1 is large, so projecting this 1.5 onto large graph, your membership function is 0.8 and x2 is small, same 2.5, membership function is 0.4. So as AND operator is used, minimum of 0.8 and 0.4. 0.4 you will be getting. And fourth rule is if x1 is large. So x1 is large means you are extending this 1.5 onto large graph and corresponding membership function value. Similarly, x2 is also large. So 2.5 is extended onto this large graph. Corresponding membership function is 0.7. So in all the 4 cases, you are finding minimum because the AND operator is used. So in each case, minimum of all the membership functions are considered. So your output is evaluated using weighted average defuzzification method. Okay, weighted average defuzzification method. So here you have evaluated W1, WI1, WI2, WI3, WI4. So after finding these things, you know the values of Y1, Y2, and y3 also. You should be able to indicate in your graph the values of y1, y2 and y3, y4. So substituting y1 with 1 point minus 1.5 plus x2 with 2.5 plus 1. So you'll get y1 value in first rule. Similarly, y2 value, you are substituting minus 2.5 plus 3.5. y3 value, minus 1.5 plus 3 plus 1.5. y4 value, minus 1.5 plus 2.5 plus 2. You will get 2.5 plus 2 minus 1.5. You will get 3 value. Okay, here you will get 3 value. So you got y1, y2, y3, y4 values. wy1, wy2, wy3, wy4. 4 membership function values. Next thing is you need to calculate your aggregated output. You know all the terms wy1, y1, wy2, y2, wy3, y3, wy4, y4. So once you know all the values, you are calculating weighted average defuzzified output value. Okay, it is your duty to calculate that value. Please calculate. Some query? Someone is having any query? Clear how we have indicated the membership function values and how you are expressing your aggregated output. The aggregated output is calculated using weighted average defuzzification method. Okay. Next thing is defuzzification to crisp sets. So one of the important method is lambda cut method. Okay. After learning your defuzzification methods, which we have learned in our last class, 7 methods. Okay. Additional lambda cut method for defuzzifying your crisp sets. Okay. So the set A is called crisp set, known as lambda cut set of fuzzy set A, only when where A lambda is equal to x membership function of A at x should be greater than or equal to lambda value. Here for suppose A is given as 1 by A plus 0.9 by B, 0.6 by C, 0.3 by D, 0.01 by E plus 0 by F. So if you are considering the case of lambda is equal to 1. So membership function value corresponding to this x value should be always greater than or equal to lambda. So when you are considering lambda is equal to 1, so you are finding out in the given set which fuzzy membership functions are equal to 1 or greater than 1. So only 1. So A lambda is equal to 1 is A only, corresponding to this part. Okay, when lambda is equal to 0.9, so both these terms will be coming into picture. When lambda is equal to 0.9, you will get both the terms, A term as well as B term also. Okay. So corresponding lambda is equal to 0.6. You will get how many terms? 3 terms, A, B and C also. So in this lambda cut for fuzzy sets, let us define R lambda as x comma y for all membership functions of the relation x comma y should be greater than or equal to lambda, is known as lambda cut relation of the fuzzy relation R. Okay, here we are considering R is a two-dimensional array. R we are considering as a two-dimensional array. Okay, defined on the universes x and y and any pair belonging to the fuzzy relation R lambda belongs to R with the strength of relation greater than or equal to lambda. Okay, suppose you are given R, some matrix is given 1, 0.8, 0.3, 0.6, sorry, 0.8, 0.9, 0.2. Like this, you are given some relation. Okay, so you want to express when lambda is equal to 0.8. So your membership function value is greater than or equal to 0.8. So you are able to express your R. Only first 4 set of values. First 4 set of values are greater than or equal to 0.8. So your R is mentioned as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, remaining all the terms zeros. Okay. Similarly, when lambda is equal to 0.3, so excluding this part, remaining all the terms are into consideration because your lambda value you have chosen is 0.3. So then R can be written in the form shown. R can be written in the form shown. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Okay. Suppose if you are given with lambda is equal to 0.2. Okay. Lambda is equal to 0.2. You are given like that. Then you need to consider all the components of your relation excluding 0. Because remaining all the terms in the fuzzy relation are greater than or equal to 0.2. Okay, greater than or equal to 0.2. So you need to write your R matrix. You can write your R matrix when lambda is equal to 0.2 in this fashion. 1, 1, 1, This will be remaining as it is, 0. Okay. So how to write the lambda cut for fuzzy sets? For crisp sets, you will be writing simply like this. Okay. A is curve brackets of A, AB, ABC like that. For fuzzy sets, you need to mention either ones or zeros based on your membership function value. Okay. Hope it is clear for everyone. So in today's class, we have discussed Sugino fuzzy inference system, which is different from your Mamdani system in the consequent part only. In the consequent part only, it is different from your Mamdani system. So the aggregated output is obtained using weighted average defuzzification method in this Sugino system. Okay. So solved example, I have shown you 2 examples. And next, defuzzification of crisp sets and lambda cut method for both crisp sets and fuzzy sets. Okay. So if you have any queries, please ask me. I'll try to clarify. R in cut fuzzy sets, madam. So in this, you are mentioned with R cap is given like this. The fuzzy relation is given. So when you are asked to lambda cut for fuzzy set, when lambda is equal to, suppose your lambda is equal to lambda is equal to 0.8. Okay. So here R is written for all the values greater than or equal to 0.8 as 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Here, very simple. Only thing is you need to identify your membership function values pertaining to that particular lambda value. Okay, so here you are mentioned with lambda is equal to 0.8. R with a strength of relation greater than or equal to lambda. So here only first 4 elements are greater than or equal to 0.8. So that part itself we are mentioning with 1, remaining all the terms to be zeros. Okay. Hope it is clear. For lambda is equal to, suppose lambda is equal to 0.3. Okay. So in that case, your R can be written as for all the values equal to or greater than 0.3. You need to mention as 1. So remaining all the terms zeros. 1, 1, and here it is 0.2. So it will be 0. 1 because it is 0.3. Again here 0, 0. Okay. Similarly, if you are asked with lambda is equal to 0.2, including 0.2 also you will get 1, except the last term remaining as it is as 0. Okay. Lambda cut relation, you are mentioning value equal to or greater than the lambda value, equal to or greater than the lambda value as 1, and remaining all the terms to be zeros. Okay. Hope it is clear. Any more clarifications? Lambda value will be definitely mentioned in your question. This will be asked, lambda cut for fuzzy sets will be asked for 2-mark question. Okay, it will be asked for 2 marks. Yes, definitely it will be, they will be mentioning lambda value. Lambda cut itself is indicating you should be provided with the what lambda value, for what lambda value of the fuzzy set you need to identify. Okay, hope it is clear. Any more queries? Any more queries? Please, you have understood, I hope, the Sugino system. See, basic difference between Mamdani system and Sugino system is in the representation of your consequent. Okay, this consequent is simply written as it is in your Mamdani system, but it is written as a function of the two inputs existing in your antecedents. Okay, here x1 is a1 and x2 is a2. Are the two antecedents. So output is written as a function of both the inputs. Okay. After getting your fuzzy output, you need to find the defuzzified value. That is your crisp output. So in order to find your crisp output, you are making use of your weighted average defuzzification method. Weighted average defuzzification method. So if you are mentioned with a problem like this, for example, if you are mentioned with a 2 inputs and single output mentioned with the 4 rules. Okay. So in that case, you need to identify whether your antecedents are correlated with AND operator or OR operator. So if we same principle as your Mamdani. Okay, here all the fuzzy rules are mentioned with AND operator only. So if you are considering first rule, if x1 is small and x2 is small, okay, so pertaining to x1 1.5 smaller value membership function you are finding out. Next, pertaining to x2 smaller value you are finding out its membership function. So among these two, minimum value of wx1 wx2, minimum of 0.3 0.4 is 0.3. That is your output of your first rule, output membership function. Okay, wy1 is indicating output membership function. Similarly, you need to find out what is the y1 value at particular x1 and x2. So substitute x1 with 1.5 and x2 with 2.5. Your y1 will be minus 1.5 plus 2.5 plus 1. So your y1 value will be 2. Similarly, other three rules also you are identifying. x1 is small and x2 is large. So same 1.5 you are extending it onto your membership function and identifying. x2 is large. Now x2 at 2.5 you are extending onto larger graph on this pink graph and identifying corresponding membership function 0.7. Okay, so 0.3 0.7 which is minimum value 0.3. Obviously 0.3 is your minimum value. Okay, that is corresponding to membership function for the output value. Okay, 0.3 is your membership function of the output y2. Next you need to find out y2 output value also you need to calculate. Okay,